right?
different views. Like, it's just really awesome.
I love it. Making us bigger.
All right.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right. You ready for me to count down?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome back, OSLP family.
Welcome.
You are listening to Our Sleep Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And guys, we got a website. We got a website.
We do.
And if you haven't been there, you need to go over. It's at oursleeplifepodcast.com. And the first thing you're going to see when you go to our website is a pop-up that says sign up for our newsletters. And
you want to do that.
You want to do that,
yes.
because we have so many events, so many things that we do with the community, and you are going to be the first to know about all of it.
To know all the things. They can get pre-sale information, where we're going.
Yeah.
It's very important. They even get to know like who's going to be on the podcast. So
yep.
It's pretty gnarly. And it's only 2 a week.
It's only 2. Well, it's 1 a week. Sometimes 2.
Yes.
Sometimes 2.
Okay, guaranteed 1.
Guaranteed 1, but we're not going to inundate your inbox. It's not going to be a bunch of crap every single day. It's just 1, maybe 2 a week.
And I love that, because like on the website, you can do that. You can buy our merch.
Yeah.
We have blogs on there. We have all the resources that we actually use and actually go to on a daily basis. A lot of our sponsors are on there. So that way, if you need help, they're there.
Yep.
And then my favorite is the right-hand corner, where you can actually be a patron. And it is patreon.com/OSLP.
Yep.
And if you guys are watching online, then you would know it's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Scrolling. Yes. Because it's very important. We get to hang out with you once a month. We have now added expert calls to that. You get your own episodes. You get behind the scenes when we're traveling that no one gets. It's not going to be on Reels or TikToks or anything. It's just for you.
Just for you. Like, there was a video of Mel riding the Slinky Dog roller coaster at Disney, and she freaked out the whole time. It was really funny to see her face. So I, of course, was like, "Oh, patrons gotta have this."
I know. On a little kid ride, I'm just freaking out.
Yeah, it was not anything major.
I know.
At all. But her face is funny on every single ride, so that's the kind of stuff
we'll be looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. And then with JBY is going to be next year. It's less than a year at this point.
That's right. April 12th, 2025
in St. Louis. Yes. So excited. That was totally synced.
I know.
And that was not on purpose.
Nope.
But yes, it's going to be in St. Louis. So excited. It is the home of ProCare, which we have been to many times. And I like St. Louis. I think it's a fun city.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then is this going to be around? Are the apps still open?
No, the applications would have been closed for you to be a volunteer or a presenter, or even just if you have a special skill that you want to share at JBY. So those have been closed. Right now, it's probably happening is we are notifying you. If you have been chosen,
check your messages.
Because this is a community event, so we need all hands on deck.
Yep.
And that's why we want to keep everyone involved. We're talking about being together. This is how we help each other and stay focused.
Yes. So make sure to go and follow our social media for JBY and our Sleep Life podcast if you haven't. That's all linked below. So get on that. So I think, and then the freeway.
The freeway. There's always a freeway to support your girls. And that is YouTube, guys. So if you were actually on YouTube, you've probably been watching and seeing the fact that we have a special guest with us today.
We do.
And his name is Craig Goldberg. He's the co-founder of inHarmony. So welcome to the show, Craig.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's going on?
Oh, I love it.
So we spoke with you a few months ago.
Yes.
And we were very excited about what you do. And we just had to have you on because you're just so different.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you do have a good radio voice.
You do.
I appreciate that. A good microphone helps, no doubt.
Well, I mean, you've got like this tone that's very calming. It's true.
I appreciate that.
Which
That's years of
of.
practice. Yeah, I appreciate that. We're going to talk about that.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So tell our audience, who are you and what do you do?
Yes.
Totally. Well, first of all, my name's Craig. Obviously, gave me the great intro, and my company's inHarmony Interactive. I'm a relaxation expert, and that's not self-proclaimed. That's somebody on my team being like, "You're an expert in relaxation." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll roll with that. Let's do that."
Yeah.
And we help people. My company, inHarmony Interactive, helps people to relax using sound and vibration. And we have a record label and a manufacturing company. We make relaxation furniture, which we'll talk about. And we help people to reach depths of relaxation that they've probably never reached before using sound and vibration to usher the body into a deeper meditative state and really communicate directly with the body to tell the body to relax. We call it relaxation from the outside in. And it transcends every aspect of your life. Once you have that relaxation and you're able to allow yourself to rejuvenate and recuperate, you find life is optimized and upgraded across the board in a very profound way.
Can you explain to our audience why is relaxation so important to your health?
Yeah.
Because most people don't do it.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Let's start there, right? Look, I'm originally from New York. I definitely call myself a New Yorker. Anybody that does business with me or hangs out with me would call me a New Yorker. I did ditch the accent, but it comes back when I go to New York, when I get drunk or when I get angry. The latter don't really happen that often, but I actually, neither of them, none of it really happens that often, although I'm going back to New York next week for Memorial Day weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, very exciting. I know.
Love New York.
I'm going back for my nephew's bar mitzvah. It's going to be a family affair, very much focused on like Woodbury and, hanging out, but
I love it.
nonetheless, a beautiful place to be.
Yes.
So, that New York state of mind is really focused on getting as much done as you possibly can and being on overdrive. I think if New York City has any type of resonant frequency, it's a go, go, go. Let's go. It kind of runs on uppers and nicotine and caffeine and the things that keep you going versus the things that slow you down. And that's very much been a lifestyle that I have led and lived until I kind of realized that I was going and going and going and that it wasn't healthy. I think anybody that's in that go mode, it's great for a short sustained period of time, whatever that might look like. Yeah, these quick sprints, totally you can do that. But once it starts to become month after month or year after year or decade after decade, you start to realize that you got to slow down. There's a great book that I'm reminded of, which is called The Power of Full Engagement, in which they basically talk about our downtime is as important as our uptime.
Okay.
So to go back to your question before, like, why is it so important for us to relax? It's because as we rest and relax, and by the way, sleeping at night is rest and relaxation. A lot of people struggle with sleep. Taking a nap or meditation during the day is a form of obviously resting, and a lot of people don't even get that. Just with what's going on in the economy right now, I know far too many people that are working full-time jobs with side hustles. Sometimes their side hustles have side hustles, and are just to make it work, right? Just to get the bills paid and to stay, let alone get ahead. So, in those situations, how can we be most efficient with our downtime? How can we be most effective in giving our body the rest it needs in the shortest period of time? And our technology can help with that very, very quickly.
I would hope so, because the American lifestyle is go, go, go. Like I know in Europe that they have like lesser time and they get these breaks and they do all these things. And I'm like, I wish we had that.
So first of all, Europeans have the same 86,400 seconds per day that we do here in America.
Yes.
They spend it way differently with a 4-hour siesta in the middle of the afternoon. And look, here in the States, to your point, we kind of wear busyness as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm busy. Cool. That's
good
great
for you.
Yeah. That's awesome. Right. Like, and look, it's the result and the product of this incredible society that we've co-created. Just to be a law-abiding citizen here in the United States takes time. To go to the DMV, to register the cars, to pay your taxes, to deal with the QuickBooks file, to get the mail. Just opening the mail for me is 10 minutes a day.
Oh yeah.
That I didn't ask for. There's not an envelope in there. All my bills come digitally. Everything's on auto pay.
Yeah.
Anything that comes to my mailbox is spam, basically.
Normally,
And there's no way to turn it off. There's no way to, right? Or if you do take the time to turn it off, it's just going to take even more time out of the day. So I just rip my address off it, shred the address, and put the rest in the right, like, and throw it in the garbage. That's 5-10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
So and it's bullshit, right? So like there are a number of things that we need to do over the course of the day that just stack our time against us.
Yeah.
And that creates low level anxiety and stress. And that's if everything's going great.
Yep.
That's right. Look, I'm 15 minutes to pick up and drop my daughter off at school because I want her in a very specific school. My choice. I get that. But nonetheless, it's 40 minutes for me round trip just to drop my daughter off at school, or my wife. So that 40 minutes, that's before I get a flat tire. That's before I pick up a nail or there's traffic on my way or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's twice a day. I got to pick her up and drop her off. So like we just stack these things, these to-do items. I'm married with my wife 15 years. I have a honey-do list that never ends.
Yep.
Of
There's
course.
always something to do on that list, whether it's cleaning something, moving something, reorganizing something, installing something, putting something up on a wall, whatever. And I have no expectation that that list is ever going to go to zero, but it's still something that I'm constantly thinking about. And my wife and I, we talk about this on a regular basis, but nonetheless, it's still something that I'm constantly thinking about and working through and iterating through. And it's just this part of life. So for me, giving myself an opportunity to rest and relax and being very efficient with that time helps me to then have the energy, the wherewithal, the mental capacity to go and attack that to-do list, whether it's business or personal or my daughter or my wife, friends, family, whatever.
Yeah. So,
because we have that too. Like we have so many things that are stacked.
Oh yeah.
You know, like our calendars are crazy. Like one time, I was on dating apps for a hot second, and then someone, like one of the dudes didn't believe me how busy I was, and I just took a screenshot, and he's like, "Oh shit," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not like trying to ditch you. It's legit. Like I run a couple businesses, my friend."
Yes.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
Yeah,
and I mean, going beyond that, as a bariatric patient,
yeah, we have
like,
a lot of stuff we have to do.
there's so many things that you have to do because it's not just you have surgery and then you just live the rest of your life.
Right.
It's, you know, you have to get your protein. Okay, so if you don't have your protein, you have to order your protein or go to the store and get your protein. You have to get the multivitamin that you are on for the rest of your life. So you have to make sure that you have that and that's ready to go.
Well, and then it doesn't mix with the calcium and then the iron. Like the thing is that like we're taking care of ourselves as bariatric patients, but like it's just so much.
Well, it's stressful. Like if you think about it in a way of like, you know, Craig, you're saying that you drop your daughter off. Like if you think of it in that way, like you're doing so many things. You're going to the gym, you're doing your protein, you're making sure that you have meal prep or you have meals ready to go. You're making sure, like it's always something.
And you're always wanting to relax.
Yeah.
But you never figure out how or when.
Yeah.
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 Cool. We can help with that.
Yay.
I can help with that before the end of this podcast. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Yes,
love it.
I definitely need to learn how to rest and relax.
Because even on vacations, Craig, I have to get her to like just chill for a day. Like
Yeah.
I always build in a chill day. This woman does not.
I like to do all the
She's going
things.
90 miles per hour at all times, and I'm like, hey, slow down to 20.
The only time I stop is like when I puzzle.
Yep, that's new.
How
That's
puzzling.
new. Yeah, I love puzzling.
Puzzling's great. My daughter loves to puzzle too.
Yeah.
So look, we all need that downtime. But you're finding that time, right? Whether you know it or not, you're finding that time. And you might be getting it at night while you sleep. Hopefully you're getting good night's rest, right? I mean, if you're go all day long, chances are you're running out of fumes at some point and collapsing on your bed. And it feels like the most amazing thing you've ever experienced every single night as you climb into bed. That's me, right? Like my head hits the pillow and I kind of snuggle in and I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Right. And then my daughter wakes me up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, and thus the entire routine repeats itself again.
Yep.
So, so let's talk about what happens when the body is stressed and anxious, and really this is super relative to your audience and the folks that are getting this medical procedure. Stress and anxious. So first of all, the body only has one response to stress. And that is the sympathetic nervous system response, whether it is physical stress, like somebody threatening you, whether it's emotional stress, whether it's mental stress that you're putting on yourself, negative thoughts, whether it's, I say nutritional stress, because the food you're consuming can be stress on your body, an inflammatory marker, creating an inflammatory response. So too can just thinking about the food that you're eating or not eating can create stress, right? So there's a lot of different reasons. There's relational stress, there's financial stress. Doesn't matter. Whatever the
All of
stress
the above.
is,
All of it.
right? All of it.
All of the above right here.
I've been there too. Right now, look, the body only has one response to stress, and that's the sympathetic nervous system response. And we have not evolved to have these different responses to these different nuances of stress. So it's the same increased cortisol, increased adrenaline, and then there's this chemical cascade that happens in the body of different systems and processes that turn on or off based on our stress level. So the more stressed you are, the more dramatic the survival mode of your body will kick in. If your body's in survival mode, it's not in maintenance mode. So let's be very clear. Your body has a set amount of energy that it can use over the course of the day. Obviously, that has to do with caloric intake and a whole bunch of other things that I'm sure you guys are talking about with your audience.
Yeah.
But generally, and just from a stress perspective, the more stressed you are, the more your body is in survival mode, the less it's doing to maintain your body day in and day out, which means you're opening yourself up for more chronic ailments, chronic disease. You're opening yourself up for less efficiencies in the body and for your body to not operate the way that it was so naturally and beautifully designed to operate. Just explaining that to people, all of a sudden they go, oh, that makes total sense. So your digestion, the whole digestive tract from the esophagus to the colon, is the second most expensive energetic process in the body behind the brain. The brain uses about 20% of your expunged energy over the course of expelled energy over the course of the day.
Okay.
So the brain, when it goes into survival mode, the first thing it turns off is rational thinking, which is kind of silly because that's something that we need, but it's an expensive energetic process. And I don't need you to be rational. I need you to make some decisions to save your life. Like go there, go here, fight this person, run, whatever. Fight or flight. Okay. They call it fight or flight for a reason. Because when you're in survival mode, it's literally, am I going to fight or am I going to run? That's the decision I need to make. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to delay on it. I just need to make that decision. And you don't need rational thinking to do that. That's very clear. Is this person bigger than me? Can I fight my way out of this, or do I need to run to save my life? You're in survival mode. Okay. The second thing is it turns off digestion. I don't need to digest food when I'm in survival mode. I need to get out of there. I need all of the power and strength devoted and channeled towards the major muscle groups in the body. I just don't need to digest food. So digestion is turned off.
Is that what I'm understanding? It's basically storing your
just
food
passes.
later?
It mostly it will pass straight through you. It's just not going to digest the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Yes, stress absolutely will help to store fat, and there's a whole bunch of things that happen as part of this chemical cascade. Of course, absolutely. We turn off rational thinking. We turn off digestion. We turn off your immune system. I don't need to fight off viruses and bacteria when I'm in survival mode. Again, the vessel, the entire body is threatened. This stress, this anxiety, this sympathetic nervous system response is the body is in duress. The body may not survive. We need to survive, and all else falls to the wayside. And then reproductive organs. These are kind of the four main systems that get shut down, depending at varying levels, depending on how stressed and how anxious you actually are.
Wow.
So now all of a sudden you start to think about, well, how important is relaxation? Of the top 10 reasons why Americans die of all-cause mortality, 6 of the top 10 reasons why we die have their roots in stress and anxiety, are further exacerbated by stress and anxiety. Meaning, you remove the stress and anxiety, those 6 reasons for death go away.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Okay,
do you know the 6?
Pretty important. Yeah, absolutely. We could pull it up. From 2010.
What kills us, Kelly?
Yeah, so back in 2020, let me pull up the
life kills us.
2020 census, all cause
boys also kill us.
Mortality. And by the way, these things, these numbers change slightly as we start to look at COVID. Now fentanyl is at the top of that list. But I would even tell you that fentanyl use is mental health. And even fentanyl use, as addictive as it is, a lot of times it gets used to begin with because of mental issues, mental health issues, which, by the way, could be derived by stress and anxiety. So you can see how heart disease, right? Again, all of these different aspects as to why we die have their root and are further exacerbated by stress and anxiety. And if we take that stress and anxiety away and we spend more time calm and relaxed in that parasympathetic nervous system response, with the body doing all of its normal maintenance tasks, like killing off dead cells, like maintaining the body, digesting its food fully. Like when you're stressed and anxious, it doesn't matter how organic, how clean, how wonderful, how from the earth, and you grew, this salad. I grew this salad in my backyard. Like it doesn't matter. If you're stressed and anxious, you're not digesting your food, because digestion is considerably degraded just because your body's in survival mode.
Yeah. Well, and it's trying to survive. So it's like, I'm not going to do this today.
Yeah. It doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Right. If it's stressed and anxious, it's like this entire body might die. And it's very much it's a decision tree that the body goes through to save itself and survive.
Can we go back to the stress storing fat? Sure. I want to know, like, how does it do that? Why does it do that? I want to know all the things about why, when you're living in a stressed body, you're going to be more apt to gain weight or not be able to get weight off.
Well, a stressed body needs to prepare for the worst.
Okay.
Right. So just think at a cellular level, when a cell is under stress or duress, it shuts down. It's not performing the way that it's naturally designed to perform. And your body is 75 trillion cells, something like that, that are all working together, collaborating with one another on a regular basis. But when your body is stressed and anxious, when your mind is stressed for whatever the reasons are, as I just listed out a half a dozen.
Yeah.
And by the way, those are all very real scenarios. If you are reading an email from a job you hate and a boss you can't stand at 11 p.m., you just spiked your cortisol, spiked your adrenaline. Now you're going to try and get a good night's sleep. It's not happening.
I've been there.
Right? Oh, maybe that's what's happening to me every night.
Yeah, stop reading our emails. Look, I've been there too.
Yeah, stop reading emails.
I don't sleep more than like 4 or 5 hours, and it's very broken up. And
you need 8.
I don't sleep.
Yeah. So sound and vibration can help with that. And so too can a great evening routine, putting down the device 2 hours, 3 hours before you go to bed, drifting all the lights to red from blue or from white, or even warm white to red lights at night can help dramatically. Getting sunshine within the first 3 hours of being awake in the morning actually has a tremendous impact on your circadian rhythm, and therefore your sleep cycle and the quality of your sleep the following night. Getting your feet on the earth. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things that we can talk about as far as solutions and what I'd recommend that are free. That's before you even get to our hardware and what we do.
I wanted to tag on to the 3 hours in the morning and like the sun and then the feet in like the ground, because I heard that last year about like you're at a cellular level. If you at least go outside, right, like within 32 minutes to an hour of you waking up, and then getting sun on you actually turns on your cellular level, and it actually will help you get a better night's sleep that night.
So today is just one of those days where I'm literally sitting. It's 1 o'clock here on the West Coast. I've been sitting at my desk since 8:05.
Wow.
5 hours straight. Have not gotten up except to use the restroom. Mm-hmm. I've been either recording content or on the phone or emails or I'm running a business. Yep. You can kind of see the light on my hand. That's a red light. This red light is it's made by a company called Space. I know the founder. I absolutely love them. It's an incandescent bulb that reproduces the light that comes off the sun. It is constantly charging my body. So even though I have a window right here, and yes, I've had the sun on my skin already, and I've had, I open up my front door, I walk outside, I get my feet on the ground, not wearing shoes. I feel the sun on my body and my eyes see the sun, and then I'm inside all day. This is literally on all day long.
Wow.
And it gives off a considerable amount of heat. And again, that's part of my process. But think of our bodies as big antennas, and think of our bodies as batteries, right? So a battery needs to be, it has a positive and a negative charge, and that negative charge has got to be discharged. And that's what going barefoot on the planet Earth is. It's about discharging negative ions to the earth and allowing that exchange to happen,
Okay.
which most people don't. It doesn't happen for most people. And I don't recommend walking around barefoot if you're in a city or if you're on your driveway, which is paved with probably a petroleum-based product,
Okay.
right? Like, or on cement.
What does that do?
Well, first of all, the biggest pores on the body are on the bottoms of your feet. A lot of our mineral deficiency comes from the fact that we are, as humans and as a race, no longer walking around barefoot on the dirt. Believe it or not, we would absorb a lot of the vitamins, a lot of the minerals and nutrients that we need absorbed through our feet. Most people don't talk about this, and it's certainly
That's
not
crazy.
part of the inHarmony conversation. But yeah, we're now walking around on man-made surfaces like asphalt and concrete. And yeah, I absolutely recommend wearing shoes when you're doing that. You need padding, right? The padding of our feet are not designed for that. Our feet have now developed, especially here in the United States, to be wearing shoes. And that's actually hurtful to our toe spread and our foot and the development of our foot. We are meant to absolutely walk around barefoot, but that's on grass, soft surfaces, dirt, the ground, not on concrete and man-made surfaces.
I just giggled because I'm barefoot all the time outside and do all the things. And I am a calm person. So that's kind of like, it's interesting to hear this. And then when you even talk about the feet, like I always make fun of like, I can pick up stuff with my toes because
you're supposed to.
Right? Yeah.
You're
So I can
supposed
do
to.
all the things. And it's just interesting to hear like, oh, like the things that I've been doing is helping me be calm.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. So as an antenna, we need to discharge that energy. And the other aspect of being an antenna is, and a battery, is that we are constantly coming into and out of harmonic resonance with the people and the things around us. So we're constantly picking up the vibrations of the people around us and giving off our own vibration that other people are coming into and out of harmonic. It's like synchronizing. Harmonic resonance, fancy word for synchronizing. And we are constantly being affected and impacted by the things that we are presenting our body with. And if you're not presenting your body with something like consciously, then you're constantly being presented with things that you're not aware of.
Wow. So how? So I guess the question over this is like it's a two-parter. How does inHarmony help us get rest and relaxation? And then how do we just rest and relax and get rid of the stress?
So let's just recap on some of the stuff that we've already talked about because it's free and it's available to everybody. So again, before the end of this podcast, the folks that are listening right now could grab the phone and their headset and be outside with the sun on their skin, regardless of where you are on the planet. That's helpful. So get outside, get the sun on your skin. As much skin as you can expose to the sun, do that for a short period of time. I'm not talking about putting on sunscreen. That blocks the body's ability to make vitamin D and to do a lot of the things. Vitamin D production is a whole other conversation, but get out, get the skin and your eyes on the sun as much as your skin is humanly possible, without being, and be discreet about that. I'm not telling everybody just run outside and take their shirt, right? Like running naked, streak. No, but get as much sun on your body as humanly possible, as fast and as soon as you wake up.
Okay, shorts and a tank top, everybody. Yes. Wear clothes.
Shorts and a tank top or a sports bra, and for the gentleman, no shirt on. Like literally as much skin as possible. That will help you to produce as much vitamin D as possible. And you really only need 3 to 5 minutes of that sun exposure to start and kick off vitamin D production in the body. The sun has to be a certain height in the sky for vitamin D production. Let's have that conversation real quick. Most doctors will tell you to stay out of the sun from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Unfortunately, that is ideal and peak vitamin D production time. Your shadow must be less than 5 feet long in order for the sun to be high enough in the sky for it to trigger your body to make vitamin D. This is really, really, really important. And a lot of people get this wrong. I see far too many people on Instagram and on social media that are like, I'm out getting my vitamin D. And they're wearing like a full brim hat, long sleeve shirt, gloves, right? Like, and they're like outside getting their vitamin D. And I'm like, no, you're not producing vitamin D. Shadow has to be less than 5 feet, meaning the sun has to be high enough in the sky and you have to have enough skin, but it happens in 3 to 5 minutes of skin exposure. So no sunscreen, and that just for vitamin D production is really good and really positive. Drinking clean water must be filtered. Unfortunately, there are no more clean sources of water on the planet with few exceptions. Most of them are tainted by barium and aluminum. Just filter your water. Clean food from the earth, not from a box. So if it comes from a box, eat less of it. It comes from the earth, eat more of it. It's just that simple. Meat, that's fine. Grass-fed, grass-finished. Just get healthy food that's not farm-raised, pasture-raised, pasture-finished. Then we get on to kind of the more extended things you can do. All that stuff is free. Getting out into nature, getting your feet on the ground, right? All of this is part of just everybody has that available to them. The next thing I recommend is using sound and frequency, which is kind of gets in the realm of inHarmony and reaching a deeper meditative state, using sound and vibration to help the mind, body, and spirit achieve a meditative state, which is a brainwave state, which is alpha or theta brainwave state. It's a calm and relaxed, slower brainwave state. We can track this using an EEG, an echoencephalograph, little swim cap we put on the head. We can actually see how fast the synapses are firing in the brain. And that's how we know that sound and vibration helps to guide you into that deeper meditative state. Just listening to frequencies, just having them play in the background has been scientifically proven to calm and relax the nervous system, let alone using our furniture, which is a whole other conversation. So go over to our YouTube channel, inHarmony Interactive, search inHarmony Interactive, scroll down. You'll see entire playlists dedicated to what we call extended music meditations. They are free. They're 11 hours long. They are designed to be streamed all day in your home, in your office, while you sleep, to help calm and relax the body and to create a calm and relaxed space. Again, totally free. Go and do that right now. We have an app. It's in the App Store, iOS and Android. The music meditations in our app are made specifically to be played through our relaxation furniture, our inHarmony meditation cushion, the inHarmony Sound Lounge 2, and then the massage table and the practitioner, which are designed specifically to augment bodywork with sound and vibration. And sitting on our meditation cushion, laying on the sound lounge, feeling the vibrations while you're hearing the same frequencies that you're feeling creates this three-dimensional, fully immersive sound experience. It puts you inside the music in a very unique way. And again, scientifically proven to calm and relax the nervous system, to kick in the chemical cascades associated with a parasympathetic nervous system response, otherwise known as calm and collected.
So are there certain videos on your YouTube channel that would be better for certain things? So is there one that you would like, if you're super stressed, like listen to this one, or does it matter?
Want to use this for
so the short answer is yes. The
Okay.
longer answer is it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can't go wrong.
Okay.
It's not like you're gonna like listen to something and feel more stressed. Like that's not.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with any of the music meditations. They're designed to be broad spectrum and they're designed to help calm and relax. Now, you might have music that you resonate with, right? Like even when you go into pop culture and pop music, the entire lexicon of music, you got people that love country, you got people that don't like country. You got people that putting on country will actually stress them out. You got people that putting on country makes them feel like they're on cloud nine. Same with heavy metal, hip hop, reggae, house music, you name it. Your music moves you. And I would tell you that I think greatly depends on where you are in life, what city you're in, who you're surrounded with. I mean, there are a lot of different variables that go into the different types of music that we listen to. No different with a music meditation. One music meditation versus another might help to calm you faster, might help you to be more relaxed, might help you given what you're going through at that exact moment, or what you want to put attention to, or what intention you have around that moment. So there's absolutely nuance to it. But at the end of the day, anything that you're playing, I have the tracks that I love. I love our chakra tracks.
Yeah.
I listen to root or sacral. I stream it through Sonos. My entire house is playing these frequencies pretty much all day.
Wow.
At night, my daughter is listening to other frequencies that she listens to while she sleeps at night.
Okay.
And like Pavlov's dog, I put on those frequencies and she gets tired.
Nice. That's a good trick.
So what's
these kids to
yeah.
sleep?
So what's the difference between your meditative music and like brown noise, white noise?
Green noise. I use green noise.
Yeah.
I use
green noise is cool. It's just different frequencies, believe it or not. Difference between brown noise, white noise, green noise. It's just frequency. It's a higher pitch or a lower pitch.
Okay.
White noise is great. For me, white noise. All right. So there's a part of the brain called the reticular activator system.
Okay.
This is what filters out what's important. Give you a great example. So your subconscious mind is processing something like 4 billion bits of information per second. Your conscious mind can handle 4. Okay. Now, it's not just the things you hear, the things you see. Think of your 5 senses and your brain. Your brain is sitting in a dark room, your skull. Okay. The only light that's coming in is through your eyes to your brain. And then you have the 5 senses: smell, taste, right? And all of those senses are constantly sending, every breath you take, that's 11,000 cubic inches of air that are going into your lungs and through your nasal passage. Every time you inhale, you're smelling something.
Yeah.
But you don't recognize what you're smelling unless it smells foul or smells really good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that signal is still going to the brain, but it's not relative, so it's not important, right? But then somebody goes to the restroom or somebody goes into the kitchen and does something amazing, and you're like, ooh, what is that? That smells fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
You get hungry, you get that trigger. So the reticular activator system, I'll give you another great example. There's cyber trucks now all over the road here in Vegas. And I'm starting to see them everywhere, right?
What is a cyber truck?
Yeah.
Cybertruck's the new Tesla vehicle. I'll give you a better example then, if that doesn't resonate or that doesn't hit home.
Okay.
Let's say you're going to buy a new car.
Okay.
What kind of new car do you want to go buy?
I'm like a SUV.
Cool. So let's say that you're talking about a white Jeep Grand Cherokee. Okay. And then you go to the DMV, or you go to the dealership, you look at a white, you test drive the white Jeep Grand Cherokee, and you want to think about it. So you go home, and then all of a sudden along your way, you start seeing white Jeep Grand Cherokees everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. They were always there. They just weren't important. I'll give you one more example. You go into a restaurant, and all of a sudden you're talking, you're in conversation, and somebody 6 tables over goes, Mel and Kelly. And you're both like,
yep, what? We stop immediately. Yep.
Why? Because your brain was actually listening to and hearing every single conversation in that crowded room. But the reticular activator system was saying that none of this is really important until it heard Mel or Kelly. And then all of a sudden it became important. All of a sudden you were looking for a white Jeep Grand Cherokee, and now all of a sudden all of the white Jeep Grand Cherokees are breaking through that filter and coming to you.
Okay? Yeah, because I bought my Kia and now I see Kias everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. Man, I didn't know everybody drives a Kia. I feel like everybody's driving a Kia. The reality is it was always the same amount of Kias.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, whatever. But the brain is constantly filtering that out. So the brain, your subconscious is processing 4 billion bits of information per second. Most of them are coming through your nervous system, which is feeling and interpreting the world around you through your 5 senses. It's how we interpret the world around us. The brain has a lot going on, and the brain very easily can get overwhelmed when every mechanoreceptor in your skin is sending a change in pressure. Like, you don't feel your clothes until I say feel your clothes. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I kind of feel my shirt right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, again, it just breaks through that filter, and now all of a sudden it becomes relative to your day. What our technology helps to do, and that white noise, to go back to your question, that white noise becomes something that's running in the background, something that is stimulating your hearing, and to a certain degree probably stimulating the vibration, because your body is giving off some vibration. Your body is absolutely picking up on that, as subtle as it may be.
Okay.
And it's overriding and sending that signal to the brain, and the brain just says that sounds not important, which is why you don't hear it after a while. Right?
Okay.
It's just not important. It's filtered out by the reticular activator system. And now it's one less input for your brain to focus on while you sleep. And that helps the brain to drift into an alpha brainwave state, a theta brainwave state, a delta brainwave state, or up into a gamma brainwave state.
I didn't know there were so many brain states.
There's five main brainwave states. So it helps you to drift in. While we're in a sleep cycle, we're drifting in and out of these different brainwave states over a 90-minute sleep cycle.
Okay.
And that white noise is simply helping you to rule out or occupy. It's funny, on our website, we say goodbye to a distracted mind, say hello to a relaxed existence. And what we're actually doing is using sound and vibration to distract the mind. Because when you're feeling a vibration, that's touch, And when you're laying down on our sound lounge, every single mechanoreceptor in your skin is sending the same signal to the brain. That is the same signal that the auditory nerve, because you have headphones on and you're listening to the same thing you are feeling. So like that white noise, now we're occupying 2 senses out of your body. And that's further helping you to drop into that alpha, theta, or delta brainwave state. That's slower brainwave state.
Okay.
Start to make sense?
Yeah. Well, because we both used, like, I started using the green noise. Actually, it was brown first, and they updated. It was a green noise. And it put my ass to sleep really well.
Yeah.
And I told this one over here about it, and now she starts using it. And so I can imagine if I had sound and vibration.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, it's funny because I like white noise and pink noise are like freaking nails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But brown noise is okay. Like, cause it sounds more like the ocean, and I do very well with the ocean. I sleep better with it. I'm wondering, cause I just got this new face mask while I sleep because any light wakes me up. Doesn't matter how inconvenient or like how little it is.
Yeah, same.
It will wake me up. So I've got this. It's Hello Kitty, but it's a mask that goes like all the way around. But then it's got the speaker or the speakers in over the ears.
Great.
And so I've been using that. And
is it corded or Bluetooth?
It's Bluetooth. Oh, what's wrong with that?
Low levels of radiation. All night long.
All night long.
So here's how I look at this. Okay. I wear an Apple Watch. I use AirPods. But you see what I'm using right now is these air tubes, which actually the electric signature stops here, and this is just air. So I try and use these as often as possible. I love the headsets that y'all are wearing. I absolutely use these AirPods out of convenience. And there'll be hours where they're in my ears.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely against it. Okay. However, nighttime is my special time. Night sleep is very important.
Yeah.
I have a 4-year-old. She can get up multiple times a night. So, there's lots of different reasons why your sleep gets disturbed, and mine is no different. But in general, I want to sleep is sacred, and I want that time to be as far away from electrical signals as possible. My phone charges at least 3 feet away from me because that phone charging gives off quite a bit of electromagnetic energy. I'm okay running a Bluetooth speaker that's at least 3 feet away from you and connecting your phone via Bluetooth to that Bluetooth speaker. But nighttime is really the sanctity and the sacredness of my sleep is really important. And it, believe it or not, the Bluetooth could be contributing to you not sleeping well. Especially because it's right around the brain, and it's like I would not sleep with my with my AirPods in.
Okay.
Right. In fact, I don't even wear crystals while I sleep. Like I take everything, jewelry off. Jewelry carries a frequency. Your body is an antenna. I don't wear any of this. I don't wear my wedding band. It carries a frequency.
Yeah.
Right. Like I sleep in boxers, but nonetheless.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with sleeping naked. I sleep naked.
There's nothing wrong with sleeping naked. It's fantastic.
I don't like clothes on me while I sleep.
I think that's
great. It really
great.
bugs me.
Yeah, and for me, just certain crevasses get sweaty, so I like just a little bit of clothing, and it's all good, right? I get it. I sleep next to my wife. She's a freaking like little thermal heater at night. Like it's all good. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
that would be nice.
I am.
You're a heater?
Yeah.
I don't know. I lay next to you. You don't feel very warm. You're a heater because you use a heating blanket.
Not all the time.
Hey.
Not all the time. But
look, heating blankets are great too. But again, so that white noise, I'd rather see it in a speaker, not too far from your bed, 2-3 feet away from you, than I would in the headband.
Ears. Okay.
And then I'd recommend an eye mask. I could, in fact, just send me your address and I'll send you an inHarmony eye mask. It's memory foam and organic cotton, and I'll send you a couple of our eye masks.
Yeah, because we travel a lot, and so getting sleep is so important. Yeah. Like if we wake up cranky, it's not good. Yeah. And if I don't get enough sleep, I'm an asshole. Like I know.
Yeah, she is.
I am, but it's because when we regularly sleep, I sleep 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
Like I get my sleep. I do have my brown noise on with my phone plugged in, It is
Yeah, that's
away
okay.
from me, but it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
going.
great.
And within 5-10 minutes, I'm out, and then I wake up to the noise. So
Fantastic.
and then I'm like, and we turn you off.
Yep.
Time to get ready.
Yeah, look, that's fantastic. Look, I think you would love our frequencies for at night. We make specifically a delta brainwave state at
Ooh.
night for streaming all night long.
Is that on the
Um,
app or the YouTube channel?
Our YouTube channel. Yep,
Okay.
Awesome.
free.
Okay.
Straight to our
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
One of them even has a black screen, so if you do run an iPad, it will turn black. The screen will turn black. I recommend having a Google subscription. Not that I love giving money to Google, but no commercials is
Yep.
the way to go for sure, and
Yeah,
the ability to
yeah.
download it so that you're not running Wi-Fi necessarily all night. Or if something happens to the Wi-Fi, the music stays playing all night, so you're not streaming it all night.
That's a great idea, Craig. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I was writing something down. What'd you say?
Well, you can download it. So when you're on
Yeah.
YouTube and you find the one that you like, you can actually download it to your device. As long as you're like Google paid or YouTube paid or whatever.
Okay.
So
So
it
that
won't be
way-
interrupted.
Yeah.
Google.
Even if
Or
the internet goes out, your Wi-Fi goes out, or something happens, you still have your music playing straight
Or in
through.
like the airplane when you're trying to take a nap.
Or in like the airport, you'll find on my Instagram, I literally just put up a post of me walking through the airport with my AirPods in my ears, transparency mode on so I can hear people, and our frequencies running in the background. It was the most soothing and relaxing airport experience I've ever had.
Oh, that's great.
All right, I need to get on
Great.
that one because
Yes.
that
was
stresses me
awesome.
out.
Yes.
It was hilarious. Like, it reminded me, so I used to live in New York City, and I worked 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I worked in nightlife, and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd be out like running errands, like not
Yeah.
stressing to get anywhere, and everybody's like rush hour, like walking home, and I would just put on at the time my Walkman or Discman, and I would put on the Verve or whatever, like something just that I would just love, like my happy music at the time.
Yeah.
And I would just watch the scenery of people being frustrated, like walking fast, being irritated, rushing everywhere. And I'm just like scrolling down the street, like just giving off this vibe of like, everything's amazing. What are you all rushing for? This is great. And just watching, but there was no transparency mode then. This was really cool. It was a really special airport experience for me. And I just posted about it. I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that because like I don't know what it is. I get giddy. That might sound rude, but like I do get a little giddy when other people are like stressed, and I'm just like today, like because
Right?
it's like for me it's kind of funny because I'm just like people calm down. It's not like,
Yeah. Like, what's all the commotion about?
yeah. I'm always like it's okay. This will be fine. Don't
You're
worry.
giving off that vibe.
Mhm.
Giving off
Yeah,
that vibe.
I don't appreciate that vibe.
It's funny that I think
Nope.
we are perfect to work together though, because
Yeah.
like you are the stress monster and I'm the calm monster, and
I'm
we just
Stressed and full of anxiety pretty much all the day, every day, my
So we
entire
can
life.
stop with the language. You used to be full of stress and anxiety all day.
yeah.
Now you are calm
Yes.
and relaxed all day. We're not wearing it like a badge of honor. We're not proud of it. We want to
Oh
ditch it
no,
and
I'm
let
not
go
proud
of
of it. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But my body
Cool.
just kind of freaks out.
Well, we can help with that. No doubt.
So how does, because I know sometimes like ADHD plays a part into your anxiety and stress levels because no.
Let's hear your
I don't know
take,
how
Craig.
I feel about ADHD. I was diagnosed ADHD a long time ago.
Mhm.
I think that's I think it's kind of just lazy for an overstimulated human experience. I think that's just the reality, is that too many of us are walking around overstimulated by all of the different things, the sounds, the likes, the news, the things we're listening to, the music that we're programming ourselves with on a regular basis. I mean, there are so many different aspects of life that are not designed to be calm and relaxed. And I think ADHD is just being that overstimulated environment, not giving yourself. Look, if you don't give your body the opportunity to rest, it goes into overdrive. And if it goes into overdrive, it's going to look a lot like the symptoms of ADHD.
All over the place. Yeah.
Interesting.
Scattered all over the place, not rested, not
organized.
focused,
Yeah.
not organized,
Using
not being
Apple
able to
products.
focus, right? Like,
Shut
I know too many people. No, I think it's fucking weird. I know 4 people that are ADHD and they all use Apple products besides the phone because I have the phone. But for computer wise and running their business, I'm just like,
I like how she acts like she only has an iPhone.
I only have an iPhone, an iPad, but I don't.
And
that's it.
AirPods.
So look, I
meant for like desktop, but yes.
So look,
all
I'm
4
Apple
of you
everything.
have the desktop.
I'm Apple everything, and I'm Android everything. I have Apple tablets. I have Android tablets. I have PC computers. I have MacBook computers. Frankly, all of it is just contributing to more stimulation.
Yeah.
Like, you do realize that there are multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar marketing agencies, companies, and departments that are vying for your attention all day long.
Oh yeah. I mean,
and both of us are one of them. Like, yeah, like
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the just turning on the news, turning on the television, the commercial after commercial, all of those are scientifically designed to stimulate your nervous system and elicit a response from your nervous system.
Yeah, there was an ad that was playing while I was watching something on Amazon Prime, and it was about like this internet, and it totally grabbed me. Yeah. I Googled it right after I saw it. Like, it definitely,
the frequencies that they use, the dun 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 dun, right? Like, even some of these, like these talking heads, even their voices are designed. The inflections in their voices are very specific to stimulate your nervous system. So all of this is contributing to more diagnoses of ADHD and ADD, right?
Okay.
And I think it's obviously a problem, but at the root is living a calm and relaxed life. If you can be more calm and more relaxed, certainly the answer is not more methamphetamines.
No.
Which is what Adderall and Ritalin and like all of these other things are.
I'm not on Ritalin, so I don't know.
Look, I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, and my mom chose not to put me on those medications. And I'm grateful that she didn't.
Yeah.
That translated into me being stressed and anxious. Look, it translated into me self-medicating with alcohol and drugs. And look, there's a lot I get that goes with it. I get that this is not an easy conversation. I'm not trying to be cavalier about any of these diagnoses either. I think it takes work and effort for us to find that calm and relaxed state. And frankly, that's what inHarmony is here for. I want to help as many people as I can to feel their best, to optimize their own human performance.
I can feel that from you. Yeah.
Be at peak performance. And I think that comes from education.
Yeah.
I think that comes from awareness. And then you can start to recognize, okay, cool. I hear what they're talking about. Let me try this sun exposure thing. Let me try getting my feet in the earth for a few minutes a day. Let me try some of this stuff that Craig's talking about. And then let me try these music meditations. Let's see what that looks like. You're not going to they didn't build Rome overnight. You're not going to change everything overnight either.
Yeah.
Take one thing, incorporate it, see how it goes. Take one thing, incorporate it, see how it goes. A long enough timeline. Hopefully you're looking back on a series of good decisions that help you feeling better today than you did yesterday and better tomorrow than you did today.
I like that. So can we go back to like, what was the moment that you were like, I need to create this?
So I was traveling the country, teaching, training, and educating on the efficacy of essential oils with my wife.
Okay.
And at all of these trade shows, conferences, retreats, we would gravitate towards the sound therapists and the sound baths. And we were laying in front of the acoustic instruments. Okay. And I fell in love with the way I felt. I would lay in front of them for 45 minutes to an hour. I woke up at the end. I felt amazing. Didn't know why. Didn't know what was going on. I just felt incredible. I then fast forward, I got introduced to my now business partner, Dominic, who gave me my first sound lounge experience. And I got on my tech. Now it's my tech. At the time it wasn't. And I felt amazing. I was like, this is incredible. I need this in my life. So I bought one. I started using it 3 times a day. I was on it. And eventually I said, Dom, how can I help you? And I started doing some business development work for him. And before I know it, I was an owner of the company, and we've grown by leaps and bounds, and we're innovating and developing patents and really pushing forward this entire industry. And very proud to be doing it.
Are you guys making like sound lounges for people, like different cities, so you can actually go to those things?
So I'm not running I have no interest in running a retail location. We partner with, if you go to our website, www.iaminharmony.com, You can scroll about 3/4 of the way down the homepage, or underneath the shop tab, you'll find the inHarmony locator. You'll find a fleet. We have, as of right now, about 595 affiliates all around the world.
Wow.
Many of them are open to sharing our technology and offering you a free demo of that technology. So you can go and actually try it in your home or in their home or their office.
Okay.
If there isn't an affiliate near you, then we have a 30-day money back guarantee. And I don't want anybody to have my technology that doesn't absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
the best place to try it is actually in your home for 30 days so that you can use it every day or multiple times a day and actually get the benefit of it in the solace of your own home.
And how long do you use it for?
So the science says formal research says 22 minutes is kind of the ideal, but we've got music meditations in our app that range from 2 minutes to 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. And is this like you sit on it and you're like doing nothing but that?
You are sitting on the meditation cushion and you have headphones on that are connected to, and you're hearing the same frequencies that you're feeling, or you're laying down on our massage table, the practitioner 2, which are designed to augment body work, or our sound lounge, which is ergonomically designed and very powerful and very beautiful. And you're laying down listening to the music. Yeah, it's a fully immersive experience.
Okay, so this isn't something like you can work and do this at the same time.
No,
Like,
you're trying to relax.
I'm
Kelly.
just answering.
Well,
I'm just asking.
So no, these are great.
love
These are
it.
great. These are great
He said
questions.
they're great questions.
These are great questions. I'm going to echo it again. So I often sit on my meditation cushion, play 40 hertz, and text and email or have phone calls while I'm on my device. I very often do that.
Okay.
I stream frequencies through our YouTube channel all day long. I do not have to go very far in order to pull this up. This is the iPad that is sitting right in front of my desk, and you can see I'm streaming an 11-hour music meditation. I've been streaming it for 5 hours and 18 minutes. Like I said, I've been sitting at my desk since 8:05 a.m. and I sit down and I push play en route because I got a lot going on. I want to feel grounded and centered. A lot of times I will drift to unlock my inner voice and shift to throat, especially if I'm doing a lot with my voice, a lot of phone calls, and I wanted to exacerbate or put some emphasis on my throat chakra. So again, I'm streaming these all day long, and I am working while I'm doing it. You can't hear this because of the noise cancellation, but I hear it and I feel it. And as I walk out my door here and into the rest of my house, it's streaming in my bedroom, which is where my wife is working. It's streaming in my living room, my kitchen, and my healing room, which is on the other side of this wall. The frequencies are constantly being played throughout.
I love that. And now you're located in Vegas.
I'm physically located in Las Vegas. My company's based out of California. We ship from Vista, California, which is North County, San Diego.
Okay.
That sounds familiar. It's because we've been to San Diego a few times.
Yeah. And
we're going back too. In June.
Yeah. We'll be back there in June and November.
Yep. Amazing.
Yeah. I've learned so much on this.
I know.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited to download the YouTube sounds.
Same.
I will get rid of the wireless headphones.
I think you'll sleep a lot better.
I'm serious about that.
Yeah, we will.
Yes. Send me one address, and I will absolutely send you a couple of our masks. Absolutely.
That's amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much.
And I just want to preface, guys, like being a bariatric patient means that you need to get sleep. Mm-hmm. And this is one way that can help you. Mm-hmm. They have created it for you. Mm-hmm. Just go over to inHarmony. We're going to have all the links below.
Yes.
Literally, weight loss is not going to be able to happen if you don't sleep.
If you're stressed.
Yeah.
If you're stressed like I am, you will find yourself putting on weight.
We do have a music meditation in our app called Release. It was originally developed to help with weight loss. I don't like the term weight loss. We can have this conversation real quick.
Yeah.
Well, look, what happens when you lose something?
You gain it. You get it back.
Yeah, you're looking for it, right? I lost my keys. When I lose my keys, I'm looking for my keys.
Yeah.
So I like releasing weight. I don't like losing weight. Because if you lose it, you're looking for it. So just thinking about the spells that we cast using the words that we choose, you want to release weight, not lose the weight. Because if you lose it, you're looking to gain it back and you're not.
The
You wanna
spell
release it.
that our words cast.
Yeah. Like
Well, that's why they call it spelling.
that. Oh my
You are
God.
casting spells with your words.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
legit.
What happens when you say something? When you say something, you have to think it first, which means in your mind's eye, you're hearing it. You're then saying it. Both of your ears are hearing it. Two most powerful words in the English language, I am, because anything that comes after it, you are. I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved. I am safe.
I am in harmony.
I am in harmony. Why
Yeah.
not be in harmony with the world around you?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah. And I was going to touch on the fact that you were talking about the sound bath because we did one last year before JBY.
Yeah.
And I freaking loved it. I was so relaxed.
I fell asleep.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was just relaxing. And
Yeah,
so
because your
I'm
body was like,
excited.
oh, I know what this is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was out. I was the last one to wake up.
I did not sleep, but that's not uncommon. But I did feel relaxed.
Great.
And that's exciting.
Well, I think maybe the more that you'll feel relaxed, the more maybe your sleep will get better.
We need to find more sound baths here.
We do. Well, we haven't really looked here. Not gonna
Well, I found one.
Oh,
The thing is on my desk over there.
We'll have to go.
Amazing.
Yeah, because
Just
I love
knowing
it.
about it isn't enough. You got to go to it.
You gotta go.
Yeah, and it's at
Gotta
a crystal shop, which
Yes.
is
Sounds
amazing.
amazing. That sounds amazing.
I love my
This
crystals.
is why we had Craig on, because we relate so much with you. It's
I
so
love
good.
I love it. I'm so grateful to be here. And really, and if you want to have this conversation again or dive deeper into anything we talked about, leave a comment below and let's do it again.
Yeah,
Let's do it,
I think
guys.
this is really cool, and I would love to go maybe next time go into more guided meditations and how that helps, and how to
Maybe we
implement that.
Sure.
Maybe we can do one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we could do one.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, because I personally like guided meditations.
I've never done a guided meditation.
I like them.
So
I just forget about them.
And maybe, because we do have our patrons and we do expert calls. So maybe we can have Craig on for that, where we do the meditation with them.
I would love that.
You would?
Yes, absolutely.
Yay!
Yeah, again, look, I do this. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The business is what provides for my family, and there's certainly an economical element to it. However, the reason I'm so passionate about this, and the reason why I invest so much time in teaching and educating, is because I want to help people.
Yeah,
I want every single person who's hearing my voice right now to have the most incredible day they've ever had. Today, tomorrow, the day after that. The only way that I know to do that is to help people to change their ways, because if you're not having a great day, it's a series of your own decisions that's helping you to not have such a great day. Yeah. And I want to teach you how you can make better decisions, because one better decision today is going to help you feel better tomorrow. And I think if you asked 100 people out there on the street if they'd like to feel better today than they did yesterday and better tomorrow than they did today, they're all going to tell you yes.
Yeah, 100%.
So what gets you there? It's a series of decisions that we're making. Decision of what to eat, decision of what to drink, decision of where to stand, decision of who to be around.
Yeah.
We control ourselves.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand and to be able to feel empowered that you control you, that you make the decision to show up how you want to show up, where you want to show up, when you want to show up. And as much as you want to give that control to somebody else, you control you.
Oh, I love that.
And I think it's knowledge that really empowers you.
It does. It does. That's one of the things about the podcast. We preach knowledge all the time.
Yeah.
And getting your resources in and learning and not being narrow-minded about it.
I was
Just
going to say
very open-minded about what's going on around you. Because some of the things that you're saying, only reason why I've done them is because I've heard it before and was like, let's try it out.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Because if you don't like it, you don't like it. But
and it's not
why
like you have
not
to tell
give it a
the
try?
world that you're doing it. Like, I didn't tell a bunch of people I was going outside every morning for 3 or 5 minutes just to get some, myself to feel centered.
So
But it
good.
worked. And it works. And the summertime is the best for me, or spring into summer, because I'm in the yard, I'm touching the things, I'm walking around, and I feel so much better. And I have noticed I can make clearer decisions when I'm doing that. And that is something I need to make sure I'm doing a lot, because we, as business owners, and I heard this stat of we answer almost up to 1,400 questions a day.
Yeah.
Wow. wild.
And it's insane. So we have to learn how to relax and calm down and sleep so we can heal and do all the things.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to try stuff, guys.
No, I'm excited to try out the YouTube.
Me too. You'll see us doing it, Craig.
Yep.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see the increase in our stats. I'm super pumped.
Yay.
I love this. All right, guys. Don't forget we have a website. Go to oursleeplifepodcast.com and make sure you become a patron because you might see Craig with us.
Yep, as an expert call.
Meditation. So that's patreon.com/OSLP.
Yep. All of what Mel said. And thank you so much again, Craig, for being on. It was such a joy to talk to you. And to everybody else, we love you. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Nice. That was great.
Yay.
Thank you, Craig.
Y'all
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh.
Hey, you got it. My pleasure.
Oh, this was amazing. I'm excited.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I could see your mind like blowing up a lot.
oh yeah. It was the perfect time because I've been in a very depressed state lately.
Yeah.
A lot of my life is changing, and
She doesn't do well with change.
I don't do well with
What's
change.
going on?
Yeah, there's a lot going on all the time, and owning 2 businesses and working and doing all the things, and then trying to like compartmentalize of like this isn't time to be sad, Kelly. So.
Totally. Yeah. Look, there's a time and a place for everything, and you need to give yourself that release. We have tracks for grief. We have music meditations for clarity, for reflection. I mean, that's all in our app.
Okay.
But take a look.
And I know I'm on the app.
I gave you guys both access.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you sign up for it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I did it with you. Oh, I didn't. I might not have. Sorry.
It's all good. The invite's still there.
Right? I was going to say, it's still in our email.
Yeah.
I'll totally get it.
What's the name of it? Why am I not
inHarmony Music Meditations.
Yep. I'm not seeing it.
Looks
there. It is.
I almost made the joke of like, this is not eHarmony.
Nope.
Yes.
You can make that joke. That guy's wealthy, and a lot of people know eHarmony.
Right?
Yes.
I'd love to be that guy.
Yes.
Same,
it was right in front of my face. It was
on
literally right there. Yeah.
So do a search for release and do a
Okay.
search for grief or reflection or clarity. These are all great tracks. For that.
That'll be good for while we're traveling.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, because we're going to be
Have a spectacular day, ladies. I hope
Yes.
it's wonderful and amazing.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Oh crap! Did it? He left.